Hey everyone, happy Friday. I have a different thing to share today. In the last few days, I've had an internal knowing that I should share some things about myself. Not necessarily private things, but personal things for sure. Honestly, this is not the kind of thing that I share normally, and so I don't even know where to start. And again, me sharing these things on social media, it's not compulsory. I do not get paid to do this work. It is not required of me in any way, other than to my own soul, dude. That may or may not make sense to you, but it just is what it is. When I talk about following my own intuition, I'm serious about it. And so that has led me to this day, to today. Okay, so I'm going to stop stalling and just share something about myself. I think the best way is to just say it. I have come into the awareness, I would say, in the last year of what my own sexuality is. It has become very clear to me that I am bisexual, existing in this world, dude. Just glorious, glamorous, loving life. Just being authentically myself. Okay, so I am an older person, so how in the world could I just now be coming to this awareness? There are a lot of reasons, dude. Lots of reasons, dude. I can say that I was a part of a religious group for many years where that was absolutely not like a welcome a thing. Essentially, what I was witnessing is people who had different sexual orientations other than the, most accepted one in this world were being asked to do something different, to fit into that box that they were determining to be the correct box, And so, this side of myself, this aspect of self, and to me, it is so normal, I cannot tell you. To me, it's like, like I have brown hair and cinnamon skin, okay? It's just a fact. It's not, I don't have like some big, emotional feeling about it. I am in the neutral about it. It is just a part of who I am. And so because I love myself, I love that part of myself too. I feel a certain amount of pride. Okay? And so I also think that there is out there, or at least as I was growing up, this is something that I heard. I heard people say, well, there's really no such thing as bisexual. It's just like a stop along the way to figuring out that you're actually just gay. But that's not actually true. Okay, and so if maybe you know something about this, or maybe you don't, maybe you're curious, and so I'd like to share a few things, not only about this, but about myself. That's not actually true, dude. There are people existing in the world who are interested in both genders. And that doesn't mean that we are greedy necessarily. I mean, everybody's different. Okay, but I don't think of myself as greedy. I just want to have every door open to me. No, dude, I do not feel that way. Okay, or, that I'm in some kind of denial, or that it's about being fearful about actually accepting who I actually am, or something like that. No, it has nothing to do with that. I will continue, dude, and share something else about me, dude, which is that I am ace. What that means is I am asexual. You may think you know what that means, but that's not necessarily true. The term asexuality, to be asexual, there are actually several different categories that fit under that umbrella. And so I think if you are aware of that term, you may see it as, or you may understand it as a person who is not interested in physical intimacy. And there are people who that's true for them. That's not where I fit into that category. No. For me, dude, and for many others, it's not about that at all. For me, if I do not have an emotional connection with a person, then I am not interested in physical intimacy. It's just the way that I am. And so I'm okay with that. It just is who I am. And so for me, when I think about a future partner, I'm not thinking necessarily it has to be a man or it has to be a woman. No, dude, it has to be somebody who resonates with my own soul. That is important to me. And so if it is a woman, or even if it's a man, dude, who is comfortable being in their feminine energy, that's fine. Again, for me, they just have to, be a complete soul in some way. Do you see? They have to resonate with me, who I am. They have to be a mirror reflection of me in some way. And you may be thinking, well, that's sort of egotistical. You want somebody who's a mirror reflection of you? What is that about? No, dude, it's about compatibility. Eyes wide open, I know what it is. I need to have an actual counterpart in this life. You know what I'm saying? Walk life with this person. Be a team with this person. Raise cats or dogs with this person. Travel with this person. Make money choices with this person. It's important, okay? It's important. And so if I came across a mirrored soul and I entered into a committed relationship with that person, does that mean that I have a guaranteed easy connection with this person? No, dude, that's not the point. The point is not coming together with somebody and having no problems. You know what I mean? Easy street. There are still things that our souls need to learn. And there's such opportunity for growth when it comes to our partner. Right? And so why would I expect there not to be any growth that comes from that connection? No, just a regular relationship, working things through, making shit happen in this world. What can I tell you? And so, it's not me wanting to come on here and be inappropriate or share things that nobody needs to know. These are topics that are not covered in polite society. It doesn't have anything to do with any of that. There is a part of me that just wants to be free to be myself. I don't have any apologies about it, dude. It's who I actually am. That's fine. And so these aspects of myself may not be a reflection of who you are in your own uniqueness. That's completely fine, dude. This isn't me my intention here is not about conversion or anything like that. That's so silly. I'm not accusing anybody of having that thought, okay? But it doesn't have anything to do with that, dude. It just has to do with a supreme desire that I have within myself to live in authenticity, to actually be who I was created to be in this world. At this time, in this life cycle. This is who I am. And so if you are hearing this and you've known me for a while, that may be surprising news to you. Yeah. That's true. These things, they're all a part of me. Okay, I've talked about my ADHD, what I believe to be my autism. I will report back. Okay. my gender fluidity, my bisexuality, and my asexuality. This is a list of 5 things. And so in no way am I saying, I am these 5 things. Put these labels on me, and this is all that I am. These are the ways that I will perform life. Opposite, dude. I'm not interested in being in anyone's box. I'm also not interested in being outside of the box just for the sake of being outside of the box. I just want to be honest about who I am. I don't want to pretend, dude. Not in any way. And I don't have any fear about being who I actually am. It just is what it is. And so it's so funny because a few days ago, I was talking about the judgment wound, right? That I know that I'll have to heal forevermore. Being in the I don't give a fuck attitude. The funny thing is that as soon as I put that thing out there, I had this internal knowing that I needed to come on here and share these things about myself. To share who I am in my fullness, dude. You know, when I sort of felt like, well, that's kind of personal, dude. I don't know that I want everybody all in my business like that. But I was reminded, dude, that when these opportunities for growth come my way, where I am considering how this will be taken by other people, how it will be perceived, and I can make judgments about it, right? That I have to raise my vibrations and work it through in my own system and come to surrender and go, this was the challenge that was set before me. For whatever reason, this is important on this day. And so what happens is new doors open up and new opportunities come my way. And sometimes there are things that I can actually see, but other times, no, dude. It's just an internal growth that happens within me. And so all of this talk, dude, things I come on here and I talk about these things. It is, dude, it's esoteric. These meditations, dude, they're personal. They are about me, dude. My feeling is it's universe connecting to me. And for whatever reason, here I am sharing these things that I find important, that I find joy in, that I, dude, daily struggle working through these things in my own soul to share them online. Some of the people that are hearing these things know me, actually know who I am. Others don't. You don't know who I am. And so I don't know what the purpose of it is. Is it a benefit to me? Is it a benefit to you, the person that's hearing this message today? I don't know. I'm not in charge of those things. I'm not in charge of how these things will affect people. I don't have any control over it, dude. But in my soul, I feel called to do this work. And so I will do that work. Anyway, talk about an overshare, guys. Until next time, see ya.